Hotel manager denied a black CEO for room service. Minutes later, he fired the entire staff. No one in the lobby understood why the manager stormed across the marble floor like that. Everything had been normal in the five-star luxury hotel until he walked in. A calm, well-dressed black man carrying nothing but a laptop bag and a reservation code. He didn't speak loudly. He didn't cause a scene. He simply asked for the room service he had already paid for. But the manager stopped him with a look that could freeze steel. "Room service is for premium guests only," he said loudly, eyes scanning him from head to toe. "You people always try to sneak free things." The lobby fell silent. Several guests turned to watch, some confused, some uncomfortable, and one woman even whispering, "Why is he talking to him like that?" The man stayed calm. "My suite includes 24/7 room service," he replied quietly. "If there's an issue, I can show you the confirmation." But the manager smirked and leaned forward like he enjoyed humiliating him. "Oh, I know what your confirmation will say. You booked the cheapest room we have. Those bookings don't get special treatment." The man slowly placed his phone on the counter. "You should check again," he said. "I think you're misunderstanding something." The manager didn't check. He didn't even touch the computer. Instead, he waved 2 security guards over, escort him out, and blacklist him from the property. "I'm tired of people like him pretending they belong here." The words echoed like thunder through the lobby. For a second, no one breathed. Security hesitated, because the man didn't look like someone who needed escorting. He carried himself like someone important, someone powerful. But the manager barked again. Now, before he causes trouble, the guard stepped forward. And that's when everything changed. Because the man reached into his bag, not aggressively, not fast, just calmly, and pulled out a single black folder. He opened it, revealed something inside, and slid it across the counter toward the manager. The manager frowned and finally leaned in to look, and the blood drained from his face. His hands started shaking. His jaw fell open. He stepped back like he'd seen a ghost. The security guards froze. The lobby watched in total silence. The man finally spoke a sentence that made the entire hotel stop breathing. "I didn't come here for room service," he said quietly. "I came to complete the inspection and finalize the takeover." Gasps. Whispers. Confusion exploding everywhere. "Takeover? What takeover?" Guests whispered. Employees panicked, and the manager's legs almost gave out. The man zipped up his bag. "I gave you a chance to treat me like any guest," he said. "But you chose to treat me like a problem." The manager was sweating now, his voice shaking. "Wait, please. I didn't know who you were." But the man simply looked at him. "Part of leadership," he said, "is seeing people for who they truly are, before they reveal their position." He turned to the guards. "Please escort him to his office," he said calmly. "I'd like a private conversation before the rest of the staff is informed." Everyone in the lobby exchanged looks. Because one thing had become painfully clear. Whatever was inside that black folder, it put the hotel manager's entire future in danger. And worse, the man he had insulted wasn't just a guest. He was the new owner of the entire hotel chain. The entire walk to the manager's office felt like a funeral march. Security didn't touch him. They just walked beside him, silent, unsure, suddenly respectful. The man who had been insulted just minutes earlier stepped inside the office, closed the door behind him, and laid the black folder on the desk. The manager swallowed hard. "Sir, I didn't recognize you." "If I had known..." "That's the problem," the man said calmly. "You only respect people you recognize, not people you serve." The manager's lips trembled. "I can fix it. I'll apologize to the guest." "You already did the damage," the man interrupted. Then he opened the black folder. Inside was an official contract bearing a golden seal. Acquisition agreement, Continental Crown Hotels. The manager nearly collapsed. He whispered, barely audible, "You bought the entire chain?" The man nodded. "My company finalized the deal this morning. I came here in person to evaluate staff before announcing new leadership." The manager clutched the desk for support. He had insulted the new owner, publicly, loudly, cruelly. Now the man stood, buttoned his coat, and said, "You failed the evaluation in the first 5 seconds." Then he stepped outside into the lobby. Everyone froze. Housekeeping staff, bellboys, security, receptionists, chefs, peeking from the hallway. The manager stumbled behind him, terrified. The man addressed the entire room. "I came here today undercover to see how this hotel treats its guests." A wave of panic spread across the staff. He continued, "What I discovered was discrimination, disrespect, and a culture of arrogance from leadership." Everyone stared directly at the manager now. The man turned to him. "Effective immediately," he said. You are relieved of your position." The manager's mouth opened, but nothing came out. Security gently took his badge from his chest. Guests in the lobby gasped, but the new owner wasn't done. He looked around at the rest of the staff. Every employee who supported his behavior, laughed at it, or stayed silent will also be terminated. The staff began whispering desperately. Several receptionists panicked. They had laughed. 2 supervisors avoided eye contact. They had ignored everything. "And anyone who tried to help me," he continued, looking at one young housekeeper who had whispered, "Sir, do you need anything?" earlier, "will be promoted." The housekeeper burst into tears on the spot. The manager dropped to his knees. "Sir, I'm begging you. Please, don't do this. I've worked here 20 years. The man lowered his voice. 20 years. And you still can't recognize a guest without judging his skin? Silence. Then he turned to security. "Escort him out." The entire lobby watched as the manager, the same man who had barked at guests, bullied staff, and humiliated people he thought were beneath him, was walked out of the hotel he once ruled. The man, the CEO, the owner, stood tall as the doors shut behind the disgraced manager. Then he spoke to the remaining staff. "This hotel will be rebuilt on respect. If you can't live by that, don't show up tomorrow." The room stayed silent. And as he headed to the elevator, a new supervisor asked, "Sir, do you still want your room service delivered?" He smiled. "Now," he said, "I think I finally will." Because he hadn't just reclaimed his dignity, he had taken back the entire hotel chain. All because one manager thought he could judge a man by his skin. And minutes later, the man he tried to humiliate fired the entire staff who stood with him.